Hey, you guys, to our replay viewers, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It's Thursday night, and we're super excited that you're here with us. So, listen, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, go ahead, share the broadcast. Listen, say hello so we can say hello back. We're super excited to be here with you tonight. I'm here again with my good friend, author, and speaker. He is a phenomenal person. I'm going to let him introduce himself. But again, welcome and thank you so much for being here with us. We're going to talk about whether or not you have a backup plan. Now, I know some people might say, oh, why do I need a backup plan? A lot of people might be saying, what is a backup plan? Some people are saying, who doesn't have a backup plan? So wherever you fit on that spectrum, we're going to talk to you tonight. So again, welcome, Tisha Marie Johnson. Super excited to be here with you. You know, we are here to enrich and impact and uplift people's lives. And so we do that in a variety of ways. So I'm super excited to be here with you. So Demetrius, go ahead and introduce yourself. And I'm going to share the broadcast like I just asked the good people to do.
All right. Hey, I'm Demetrius Sandridge, and I am so happy to be here tonight talking to some wonderful, wonderful people. I am a lifetime Detroiter. I consider myself one of the survivors. And so I am really excited about being here tonight. I'm an author, I'm a speaker. I wear so many hats, but tonight we're just going to be having a conversation. And so if you want to have a good conversation, tune in, share, love, like, and share the video, and we'll get started.
Awesome. Super excited. It's Thursday. Listen, the weekend is almost here. I don't know what kind of week you had, but nonetheless, this is a great time to talk about some things before you get into your weekend, maybe some information you hadn't considered, maybe the fact that, we're talking about a backup plan. I know with this pandemic, it probably exposed a lot of people because either you had a backup plan, a plan B, C, D, E, F, or G, or maybe you didn't. And so I hope that there were a lot of good things throughout the last 14 months or so, and a lot of not so good things.
Right.
But if you're still here, as I say, on this side of the ground, you still have an opportunity to live the life you always dreamed of and also attain some of the things that maybe you had taken for granted or gave up on. You can still have the life that you dreamed about, and also make provision for your family. So, a backup plan, whether you're single or not, should be something that you consider. Now, when I was younger, I didn't really have a backup plan. I know I needed one. But, after you live a little bit, you understand that life can happen. And sometimes you don't know what you're going to face, but you got to be ready just in
Absolutely.
case.
Absolutely.
What you
Well,
got
hey,
to do.
T, listen, if we learned anything in the last 14 months, anything at all, it's that we have to have a backup plan. I mean, if you did not prepare for a pandemic, if you did not prepare to be locked down, it impacted you and your family. And so now we have a preview of what we need to do. And so that was an opportunity. Now we got to take advantage of this time that we have now to prepare for our future. That's the bottom line. And this pandemic showed us that if you didn't prepare, you, as my grandmother would say, I'm always quoting my grandmother, you got caught with your pants down.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, we got to prepare, have a backup plan for life. You never know what's going to happen, so you need to have a lot of irons in the fire. You need to have multiple streams of income. You can't depend on just one income. I'm telling you, even the Garden of Eden had four streams of rivers flowing through it. You need to have a backup plan.
Absolutely. And that doesn't always line up with maybe the way you were taught or the way you were raised. I know my generation was, oh, graduate, go to college, get a
Right,
good job if you can get in the government, because that's stable, then do
right,
that. But, it wasn't have multiple streams. It was
right,
like, go to this job, work 30 years, and then
right.
retire.
Yeah, that was never the conversation in our home. It was always about, go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and sit back and retire after all that's said and done. But how many people have lost their job in the last 14 months? How many people have lost their jobs? I mean, the economy is still sputtering right now. It has not gotten, to 100%. So we're still lagging. And a lot of that has to do with a lot of people who are not prepared for this. And so uh, take a listen, take some good notes tonight, and let's prepare for our future.
Absolutely. It is said that the average American cannot afford a $400 emergency. A lot of people are living paycheck to pay, not even paycheck, paycheck to
Right.
pay,
Wow, I never heard
and
that. Wow.
yeah,
It's,
and it's
it's so true.
and it's unfortunate. You just have to think outside of the box, and I think that's what it boils down to, thinking outside of the box. You have to entertain different kinds of conversations. You got to be
Right.
around different people. You have to be willing to expand your mind. I've always been a outside of the box. I now I'm neat in terms of, how they say, if you color outside the lines. Now I want to color in the lines, but I definitely am a think outside of the box kind of
Right.
person.
Absolutely.
If,
Absolutely.
if we always did it this way,
Right.
why can't we enhance or improve it? Now,
Right.
some things I understand, if it's working well, don't mess with it. But if we
Right.
can enhance or improve, if we could take something to the next level, then I get it. People don't like change, but you have no choice. As long as you're on this side of the earth, you're
Right.
going to have to deal with change. Change is going to happen whether you participate or not.
Right. Absolutely.
Participate actively anyway.
Right.
So, what are some of the things, being a person who's been an entrepreneur for a long time? What are some of the things that got you prepared to be on a path to financial freedom?
Um, I, I would say preparation for me was just understanding where I was headed, under having a clear picture where I was going. And so I knew I had to do certain things to get to that level. And so I just began to start, improving, personal development, reading more, asking questions, being involved, uh, volunteering, with people that were going somewhere, just hanging out with people that I knew had it going on, and they were very receptive, and they kind of taught me. And so you got to hang around the right people. We talked about that last week, I believe, or this week. You got to hang around the right people to get to the next level in your life. And so that helped prepare me to get to this point in my life.
Awesome. So when and I know this is like a little bit off subject, but not really.
Okay.
What kinds of things did you incorporate in terms of self-development? Because when I initially joined a direct sales company, they were saying self-development, personal development, self-improvement. And I was
Right.
like,
Right.
okay,
What is
what is
that?
that?
Right.
What
Right.
is
What is
that?
that?
And I couldn't get how, okay, you gave me a list of books you want me to read. It didn't, I'm a pretty smart cookie. But I was just like, but no, I gotta go. I'm here to make some money. I
Right.
didn't realize how the two were intertwined.
Right. So for me, it was um, reading. Reading was probably one of my weakest um, assets. I didn't read. I didn't read till late in life. It was in my early 30s. I picked up my first book and read that book from cover to cover. And that was a book that I found in the garbage, in the trash. And I don't know if I told this. Did we talk about the story last week?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
You
All right.
haven't
So,
told them this story, no.
okay. Okay. So uh, I was working for the city of Detroit, and I was not driving. I was riding because I was a laborer at the time, picking up garbage throughout the city, and we came across a pile that had, a lot of debris, garbage. It was just a mess. We were fighting the bees, running from dogs, getting chased, by dogs, and maggots were all in the garbage. It was just really, really gross. And as I was throwing the garbage into the back of the garbage truck, a book fell out of a box, and the book landed on the ground. And so after I threw the box in, I was getting ready to throw that particular book in the back of the truck also. And as I was throwing the book in, I glanced at the title of the book, and the title of that book was "The Power of Optimism" by Alan Lloyd McGinnis. And so that nanosecond, I was able to look at that title, and something clicked in my spirit, and I didn't throw it in the back of the truck. I actually stood in the back of the truck, thumbing through the pages. And as I was thumbing through those pages, the light bulb was going off. And I was like, OMG. And long story short, that was the first book I read from cover to cover that I found in the garbage. And that book catapulted me into a place of um, of destiny, I should say. It was almost like that book was placed there just for me, because that was the book that started this entire journey, that one book. So now I have in my library, just from that one book, over 400 titles in my library, 400 books in my library. And so that was the thing that got me to this place. That was one of the things that I began to develop, was reading, absorbing the knowledge and the information that got me to this place.
Wow, that's awesome. And it's true. A lot of people don't read. I know, even though I love writing, I love books. I remember, we talk about habits. One of my habits was every time I got paid, I was going to the bookstore. I
Mm,
had a magazine and a book habit. It wasn't clothes and purses and shoes and all that. I was going to get some books. And
wow.
but though I love books, I really had gotten away from, unless it was something that I needed for a particular thing, I had
Right.
really gotten away from reading. And so a couple months ago, I said, okay, I don't care what. I'm going to spend an hour a day reading,
Mm,
no matter what. Set my alarm, you know, leave the computer, turn the TV off or whatever, and I'm going to read. And that was like one of the best hours, because, I spend time in prayer and all that kind of good stuff. But
right.
that reading made a difference. And it was just the fact that it allows you to feel empowered and expands your thinking.
Right.
I found myself utilizing, tapping into some creativity. So
Hmm.
you never know what picking up a good book, whether you know it's good or not, you never
Right.
know the impact that is going to have on your life and where it will take your life. And I'm sure, even as you reflect on that story, you look at your life and you think, I'm looking at
Right.
it like, wow, from garbage truck. Look, your next book, from garbage truck to billionaire, you know, authors.
Absolutely. My goodness,
So
man.
that's incredible and
That I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off
such
too.
an inspiration to a lot of people. Look, if y'all get nothing else, that's a great thing that you should walk away with. But we have more for you.
So, along with that story, that book impacted me so much. T. Uh, it was like I said, a light bulb came on, and so I got through that book probably in like 2, 3 days. Right, I read that entire book about 3 days, and it impacted me so much that I reached out to the author. And so I don't know if you remember back in the day when you could call information
Yeah.
and 111-555-1212. You remember
Yes.
that? You remember that,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yep.
And so I called information, and the lady answers, the phone. And, how can I help you? What number do you want? What, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I told her the name of the person I was looking for, and I told her that it was probably somewhere in California. So we nailed it down to what city, and because I looked in the back of the book and I saw that that's where he was from, and so I gave her that information, and she gave me the number and she patched me through. You know how they used to
Wow.
patch you through to
Hmm.
the, and
Yeah.
so it was actually his home phone, right? And so,
Because we
like,
had those.
yeah, yeah,
That was the only thing we
and
had.
with the long cord going down the hallway, right?
Mhm.
So, Dr. Alan Lloyd McGinnis answers the phone,
Wow.
and I explained to him who I was. I said, I'm Demetrius. You don't know me. I'm from Detroit, and I just want you to know that your book really changed my life. And he said, what book was that? I said, The Power of Optimism. He said, oh, yeah, I wrote that book a few years ago. And he says, it's still circulating? I say, well, not exactly. Um, he says, so where'd you get it? I said, this is going to sound funny, crazy, but I found it in the garbage. And he paused. He said, I guess it wasn't that good. I said, no. I said, no, that book was one of the best books I've ever read in my life because it was the only book I've ever read in my life. And I just said to him, I want you to know that I will be forever thankful and grateful that you wrote this book and what it has done for me in my life. And he was like, wow. He says, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you 3 copies of my book. I'm going to send you 3 autographed copies, one for you, and I want you to give 2 away, to whoever you want. And this one won't be dirty and have maggot juice all over it. This will be and this will be from me to you to show you my appreciation. He said you went through all of that to find me, and I really appreciate that. So it was a book that started my journey. It was one book that started my journey.
Wow, that is so good. And listen, so the power, one of the what struck me, the power of that story is you will find the very thing that you need to prepare your life in a very unexpected place.
Mm, that's a message,
Oh
as they say
yeah,
in church. That'll preach.
that'll preach. Okay. And so I say that to somebody that's listening to us tonight. You may have come upon this broadcast. You may be a regular follower of mine, and you said, "Okay, what's she talking about tonight?" You may have found us on YouTube, just happen to be scrolling. I didn't even use no hashtags or anything. But listen, if you're under the sound of our voice, whether you're watching live or the replay, this may be your unexpected blessing. in an
Miracle.
unusual place.
Miracle.
Miracle. So if that's what you're looking for, then listen, you got to connect with us because we have something amazing that will change your life. That will give you that backup plan that you need. And even if you have a backup plan, this can enhance what you already have. It can enhance, I talk about retirement because that's one of the things near and dear to me. Whether you're looking to retire early, because retirement is a dollar amount, it's not a number of years. I don't
No.
want to work till I'm 67, not doing somebody else's job, building somebody else's legacy.
Right.
I want to be impacting and enhancing the people that have been called to me, the people who are listening for my voice, not over there. So if that's you, or like I say too, if you want to be in position so that your children don't have to get student loans, go into
Mm,
debt, start
mm,
their lives in debt. Your
mm.
children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. How about leave a legacy for real? We read it in the Bible, but do we really prepare to leave
Prepare
a
for that.
legacy?
Right. Right. And that's what legacy is. You have to prepare for that. It just doesn't happen. You have to prepare to leave a legacy. You have to do certain things during the time that you can do that to leave a legacy. And so that's very important. We talk about it, we preach about it, but are we living and are we about it? Are we doing what we need to do?
Right. So I encourage you, I implore you to connect with us. Comment below if you're interested in getting more information. If you want to get some information that's going to impact and enhance your life, if you want to begin to see your bottom line affected in a positive way, if you just want to change some things, let me put it that way, you want to change some things for you and your family, then you definitely need to connect with us. We have a powerful and amazing program with a system that's going to help you do it easy. It doesn't
Right.
have to be hard, doesn't have to be difficult, doesn't have to be rocket science. It's not. I'm not even looking for that at this point in my life. I need something that is clear cut. Let's do it, let's go and make a difference. And along with sharing that you can make some great money in the meantime.
Absolutely. I mean, it has helped me tremendously. And we talked about this this week. Uh, $90,000 worth. 90,000
That's
worth.
wow.
I mean, who what could you do with $90,000? What could you do with that? Amazing. And so that was in a matter of what, 4 months. And so it's a wonderful program. It's a vehicle that will help you get to your destiny.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. What could you do with $90,000?
And if not 90, what about 40? What about 10 extra
Right,
thousand?
right,
Because we had no, our company different from a lot of the other companies where you can kind of socially boast and brag about the numbers and things like that. We don't make any guarantees, but I'm here to tell you that it's not difficult. And the setup is so amazing that, you'll look up and you go, I made how much? And
right,
not just that, the thing about it is to be able to help other people do it as well. And that is really a team effort.
right.
So if you're watching this broadcast and you're like, okay, I want more information, listen, put team in the chat below so that we'll know that you're interested, so that we can reach out to you and make sure that we get this information before you. We have a presentation coming up this weekend, but listen, if you don't want to wait, I promise you we won't make you wait. We want to get you in front of this information as
Absolutely.
soon as possible,
Absolutely.
because there are people who go to bed, and make money, and people that get up and make money. And I'm like, hey, let's do some of that. Let's make some money while we sleep. And you can, if you set yourself up right, you can do just that. So, any final words for the people?
I'm all set. T. Just don't allow this opportunity to pass you by. We're here for a reason. That book that fell on the ground many, many, many years ago changed my life. That was an opportunity. Had I just thought about, hey, I'm a garbage man, all the garbage need to go in the back of the truck so we can take it to the dump. That's what I was supposed to do, right? That's the status quo. That's, the typical thing to do. But an opportunity showed up. And guess what? I recognized that it was an opportunity because there was something that hit my spirit when I read the title, The Power of Optimism. That gave me inspiration. That made me want to look inside of this book and find out what does this mean? What is the power of optimism? What kind of power is this? What kind of superpower is this that's going to change my life? And I am living proof that one book can change your life, which was an opportunity. And that goes for this call tonight, this live broadcast. This could be your one opportunity that will change your life. Don't overlook it. The Bible says, do not despise small beginnings. This is a little old broadcast. I don't know how many people we're touching. I don't know how many people are watching or viewing. Just a small broadcast. This could change your destiny. That's it, T.
Awesome indeed. Well, I've always known you. You've always been, well, not I've always known you. Since I've known you, which has
Uh-huh.
been a few years, you've
Right.
always been that upbeat, optimistic, got a good word, somebody that you want to talk to. Like if you have a down moment, talk to
I,
Demetrius for a few
I,
minutes and
I
you go.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh my, I got to step it up a little bit. Let me get some energy.
I know it's kind of laid back. Everybody's winding down, but no, even in
my
this
message,
space,
my message, my message never
your
changes.
message,
My message
yeah,
never change. My energy might be a little different, but my message will never change because that's who I am. That's what I do. That's my DNA. That's my distinctive natural ability. DNA, distinctive
yeah.
natural ability.
Come
That's
on
one.
now.
That's one of my books that I'm writing. T.
Okay, awesome. Can't wait to get it. And he
Yeah.
is an author. You can pick up a copy of his book if look. Y'all missed it the other day. You had a chance to get a free book. Oh, I'm super
What?
sad you missed it, but if you comment, you let him know that you want a copy of his book. Tell him about your book.
Sure. Breaking the chains of poverty. Breaking the chains of poverty. The secret to having a wealthy, healthy, and wholesome life. It's available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million. But if you comment below, I'll personally autograph it. And if you come to the presentation and stay throughout the entire presentation, I will get you an autograph book. Uh, the first three, the first three people that comment below. All right. Uh, this is a paperback. It does come in hardcover, and there's an ebook. But I want to send you the paperback and get that out to you uh, as soon as possible. So just comment below. I'll get it out to you, get it autographed, and it'll be on its way.
Awesome, awesome. So make sure that you comment below if you're interested. If you want more information about the amazing opportunity that we're sharing with you, I know we have said very little, but that's okay. You got to come see what it is. But it's good. And we listen. We have more than 1 million members and growing strong every day. And though the company is 24 years old, we are really just getting started. And so
Absolutely.
I'm excited. I know Demetrius is excited. We're looking to do some big things, and I want you to be a part of it. So if you don't have a good backup plan, you don't even know what a backup plan is supposed to look like, you definitely want to reach out to us, connect with us. You can also email us leveluplifenowgroup@gmail.com, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So we're going to get out of here, but definitely want to see you real soon. We'll be back next week, Tuesday and Thursday night, anywhere between 9 and 10 or after. But we'll be here, kind of flexible. Listen, you can do that when, you got it going on like that. So,
Right. Absolutely.
so again, you guys have a great, awesome night. Thank you so much for sharing the broadcast. Again, if you have not already done so, and definitely connect with us, reach out to us. We look forward to helping you, connecting with you, and serving you soon. So have a great night, everybody.
Good night. Take care.